Before I start, I like to say something real quick. Um, Today, I am more humored than anything else, and I need the levity right now because yesterday I did a video on one of the most reprehensible people in Congress, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Very negative, and although I will not take down the title, um, I'm going to make it a point not to refer to her, Marjorie Taylor Greene, or any other woman that has a political opinion that I don't like as a Karen. It is I don't believe in cancel culture or political correctness, but it's actually a degrading term, and I'm going to you know I'm going to refrain from that. And for all the others, they're thinking, oh, he's being politically correct. I can assure you, I am still a dirtbag leftist in my own right. But yeah, I mean, there are women out there that probably would hate this term because it is derogatory. And so, anyway, that's I just wanted to clarify that. And if I find myself saying it again in the future, it's because I might have forgotten. I probably have forgotten about it or what have you. So, this is something I got to work on. Anyway, that's out of the way. I want to talk about something that's been online this past week that came to my attention. And speaking of trying to be more positive, I'm almost sorry for making fun of Sarah Palin all these years. As I said, with Marjorie Taylor Greene in Congress, Sarah Palin is no longer the lunatic fringe of the modern Republican Party. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would never want her near the presidency. That still scares me, and it should scare anybody that in 2008 she was in a position where she realistically could have been vice president and possibly president. And let's just say I'm glad that never happened. Anyway, this past week, however, she actually put a smile on my face. She really did. Apparently, she wanted to be a peacemaker between Sam Seder and Jimmy Dore. This is from a tweet earlier this week over the bickering and hatred between Sam Seder and Jimmy Dore. And everybody on the left online are pretty much familiar with this deep dislike and disdain they have for one another. Um, but think about it: independent left, independent progressive media must be coming up in the world if someone like a kind of a well-known figure like Sarah Palin is wanting to be a peacemaker. Isn't that cute? Somehow, I just don't think she's aware of what it's all about. I don't think she knows about forced vote, and I know it's a discussion that keeps looming and doesn't seem to go away. The amazing atheist was correct. Um, I guess last week when he kind of commented on it on his commentary. It's a thing that's behind us. We need to move forward. Um, anyway, but Sarah Palin thinks that well, I don't think she knows who Brianna Joy Gray is. Let's just put it that way, because she thinks that the fight between Sam Seder and Jimmy Dore is over cheese. I can't download the video tweet because I don't exactly know how to do that yet. And one day I'm gonna learn that eventually. So you're going to have to settle for an audio, and I'm going to try to put the link down in the description box later on. So anyway, I just want you to listen to this. Hold on here. I just want you to listen to this, and well, I'll have some comments later afterwards. Hold on one moment here. This is Sarah Palin. Hold on. Why is it? Why is it not doing? Yeah.
Look, Sam, Jim, this war over cheese. Glad we know how to pick our battles. Don't fight over brie. Baked brie is the best, with like cranberries on the bottom and a pastry chef. But I digress. Look, Sam, you being the cheesemonger that you are in Brooklyn, now you know everything about cheese, and yet you say that brie isn't worth consuming. Okay, and yet, other side, there's Jim. He loves it. Can't live without it. Leave it alone, you guys. Leave it alone. Brie is fine. Really, it's fine to like. If you're like Jim and have zero sophisticated taste. Yeah. Hey, you guys, Happy New Year. Guys, keep on picking those battles. My best to you.
Okay. Okay. She thinks that the argument's over brie, the cheese brie. She's not aware that brie in this context is no other than Brianna Joy Gray, who is the host of the Bad Faith podcast. Her and Virgil Texas, Chapo Trap House, co-hosting this. Brianna Joy Gray was the press secretary for Bernie Sanders. And she was discussing forced to vote with Sam Seder last week. And and some of y'all who watches my channel and familiar with my politics, especially if you lean toward agreeing with my general take, would be familiar with that debate conversation. And suffice to say that I think that Sam Seder was in the wrong, and Brianna Joy Gray, I totally agree with her. And we do need to be aggressive about fighting for Medicare for all. Some leftists are embarrassed about this infighting. I don't know why. We're human. We're all human. I mean, the right wing people fight amongst themselves too. I mean, as I said this earlier. Alex Jones and Ben Shapiro apparently they hate each other. And I guess you could say that Sam Seder is kind of the Ben Shapiro of the left, and Jimmy Dore might be the Alex Jones of the left. I mean, in a way, I don't. I mean, and that's not to insult either Sam Seder nor Jimmy Dore, but it's that sort of thing. But as I said, if right wing fights among themselves, I mean, last year, I guess it was in the summer. Apparently, Sean Hannity and Tucker Carlson kind of clashed over whether Jeff Bezos should be making all that money with Amazon, with Jeff Bezos about ready to become the world's first trillionaire. And I got my disagreements with Tucker Carlson, but he was right to criticize Jeff Bezos, and Sean Hannity is his silly self, very typical, still arguing in that 1990s partisan Republican, warmed over Rush Limbaugh talking points of, you know, you obviously must dislike success kind of attitude. So, but the thing about it is that Sarah Palin says unintentional silly things. She makes unintentional silly observations. And, you know, at this point, considering that she just recently called for the pardoning of Julian Assange, um, I don't really have the ill will toward her like I used to. And as I said, I'm not becoming a fan. believe me, believe me. Everything about Sarah Palin and what she believes, generally speaking, aside from being correct about Julian Assange, the fact that she was that close to being the vice president in the 2008 election scares the hell out of me. And although I am still glad I voted for Ralph Nader in 2008, let's just say thank goodness Barack Obama won in 2008 to prevent Sarah Palin from being that close to the presidency. I don't hate her anymore, but I sure as heck fire do not want her anywhere near the White House in a presidential capacity. That's all I got to say about that. If you like what you heard, press like and comment. If you were not in total peace and harmony about what I have to say, comment anyway. We'll have a conversation. Feel free to share the content on this channel. As a First Amendment absolutist, it's my duty to inform you that if you're passionate about something, go ahead, create a platform, utilize it, because we're the muckrakers of our time. And most importantly, hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, help make this channel grow. And until next time, I am American Social Democracy. Peace. And Bernie Sanders for president in the year 2024.